right, sir.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Ben Katrib, spelled Katrib. I'm major with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, overseeing the Criminal Investigations Bureau. Standing with me is Captain Lonnie Tullis, District 4 Patrol Commander, Lieutenant Jason Sauer, and Sergeant Nieto. The information I'm about to share is preliminary and subject to change as the investigation evolves. At approximately 3:43 this morning, Harris County Sheriff's Office District 4 deputies were dispatched to the 21,400 block of Sagrantino Court in West Harris County concerning a family disturbance. A female reported that her estranged husband was banging on the door. A few moments later, the call was updated, indicating that the male had made it inside the home and a fight had ensued. Deputies arrived and separated everyone. They noticed a male laying unresponsive in the front yard. They immediately rendered life-saving measures until Cypher EMS arrived and transported the male to an area hospital where he was pronounced deceased. What we know at this point is that a husband and wife, both in their 30s, were going through a separation. The husband was out of town but had recently returned. We know that he was here at the home the day before and was given a ride to an area hotel by the wife. He returned this morning and appears to have figured out the new code to the keypad that they have on the front door and had used it to access the inside of the home. There, he became involved in a physical fight with another adult male that was present. The fight led to the front yard, where a 15-year-old family member placed the father in a chokehold until deputies arrived. Harris County Sheriff's Office homicide detectives and crime scene investigators are actively conducting the follow-up investigation. All the facts of this case will be presented to the Harris County District Attorney's Office to make a determination whether or not any charges will be filed or whether to present the case to a grand jury. There is no ongoing threat to the community, and we urge anyone with information about this incident to call the Harris County Sheriff's Office non-emergency line at 713-221-6000 or Crime Stoppers of Houston at 713-222-TIPS. This is all the information I have. I'll take any questions.
Has there been issues here before? Any other calls for service?
No calls for service that we found at this location related to this family.
Could you talk about any charges for any people that are involved, possible charges?
So there's a lot of facts that we have to basically gather and just kind of unpack this entire thing. There's a lot of information. There were, other people present. So once we have all these facts, they will be presented to DA's office, and then DA's office can determine whether or not any charges will be filed, and specifically it'll be the juvenile division, or whether to present the case to a grand jury.
How many people have been detained today? We saw that an adult was also taken into custody.
So we had we had 2 adults detained, and there were 3 children at the home during this incident. So.
Major, could you go over how many people, just so we can, how many people were in the house?
Sure. So we have, we'll say the mom in her 30s, and she had 3 kids, the 15-year-old and 2 others in their early to mid-teens. There was another adult male in his 30s, and of course we have the husband who is now deceased, the estranged husband, and he's in his 30s.
Do we know the relationship between the adult that was taken into custody with the family?
So we have him detained for the investigation. We haven't, just to be clear, we don't have anyone arrested or charged with anything at this point. It appears that he's in a dating relationship with the mother. That's the preliminary information that we have.
Now you're saying there was a male in the yard when y'all arrived. Was the cause of that from the chokehold?
So again, the only way to determine that, ma'am, without speculation, is to wait on the autopsy report. So we'll see what the medical examiner uncovers, and based on that, we'll be on that determination. When they reveal the cause and manner of death, that's when we'll know for sure.
And so just to be clear, it's possible that he died from injuries from the fight with the adult male and from the chokehold with the 15-year-old or the teenager.
So, yeah, again, I'm not going to speculate on that because it's truly unknown at this point until we get at least the preliminary autopsy report.
Can you repeat who made the call to the scene?
The wife did, the mom.
And this was around what time?
3:43 this morning.
Was there any kind of protective order or anything that was like legally he wasn't allowed to come to the house, or it was just kind of a thing he wasn't living there anymore, wasn't supposed to be there, wasn't welcome?
Yep. So again, just this is very preliminary, just to provide y'all what we know. At least I haven't dove into those details, but it doesn't appear to be the case in the very initial information that we have. But again, that could change as the investigation evolves.
I know you said the man was unresponsive in the yard. Was anybody still around him, or was he just there on the ground? Or when you got here, was the team still having him in a chokehold? What did you deputies see when they got here?
So the understanding we have is that he still had him in a chokehold until the deputies arrived and then separated everyone. So, but again, we'll have to review the body-worn camera and so forth to make sure.
No weapons recovered or anything?
Not, I don't have any knowledge of weapons. No.
Is the 15-year-old that had him in the chokehold his son?
Yes, we believe so.
All right, thank you very much.